Hello everyone, welcome back to the SlapDash podcast. I am your host of the most today, and I'm here with my retard here. If you can tell that his mic is shittier than usual, don't ask. Um, but yeah,
Is it funny, Mike? Can you hear right now?
so, so how you doing today, bro? What you been up to? Hello, we're taking a little break in this video to show you our new sponsor for our channel, Dubby. Say hello to our sponsor, Dubby, an up-and-coming energy drink that uses no maltodextrin filters or artificial dyes and is packed with amino acids.
Nootropic and 150 milligram of caffeine per serving, as well as having zero sugar and is completely gluten free.
Check it out at www.dubby.gg and use our code SlapDash for 10% off and to support our little channel here. It would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for sponsoring our tiny little and up and coming channel. Thank you all for coming back on the channel of Slapdash, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of it. Thank you very much. Can you hear right now?
So, so how you doing today, bro? What you been up to?
I've been what? Oh my gosh!
There it goes.
There it is. Holy shit. I've been trying to belch for like the past minute and a half now.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So go ahead. How have you been, boy? How you been?
Well, I've been doing wonderfully today. Today, funny enough, is my older brother's birthday. I called him earlier to tell him happy birthday, so that's nice.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool.
He is turning at 20 years old.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep. He's getting there. Soon enough I'll be there too.
Pretty soon he's gonna have to walk with a cane. Jesus. But yeah, anything else going on? Like, how you been? You been sick or what? What, you been good?
I've been good. I've just been busy trying to take care of some stuff at home.
That's
I
cool.
also felt like yesterday I started to feel a bit under the weather. Just while cleaning, I started feeling like shit. Took some Alka-Seltzer, felt better. Hopefully I won't get sick.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I've been doing alright myself. I've been doing okay myself. Been working on my mom's friend has a barber shop that he's starting up, and I've been helping him out there a little bit. Been doing that. Been working on a bunch of different TikTok videos so I can start posting more. You know, been editing some YouTube stuff, the normal stuff. You know, school and so on. Ooh, almost hit a new PR in the gym. Hit a 340 pound squat.
Man.
Hit that 340 for two shots on in your DMs on Discord. So
I saw the images.
yeah. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
You know, it's interesting to see where her career will go, and
We should probably tell the viewers what we're
like,
talking about.
all right, so the image itself. You know what?
The image that I sent, yeah, I'll explain it.
Go ahead.
So the image that I sent is a tweet, or I guess an export. I'm just gonna say tweet. Is a tweet from a very well-known star, Belle Delphine, who has released news that she has made her own sex doll, a life-size a life-size 6 doll of herself, and it's fucking insane. Like, I know that like some OnlyFans or like prawn actresses like get like made of like their vagina and shit like that, but this is a whole other level of like what the fuck type shit.
Yeah,
And
it's so fucking.
one of the worst parts is, one, it comes in a coffin. Two, it sells fucking. I gotta be careful when I'm talking about this.
Realistic.
It sells fucking her worn underwear in it. Like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, it's also it's disturbingly realistic.
Yeah, apparently it's like life size to her. Like, it's a 1-to-1 scale apparently.
And the way the tweet, what it says in the tweet, is so
Yeah, it's
fucking weird.
fucking insane. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, I gotta talk about this on the podcast. And the thing is, I haven't seen anyone else bring it up at all. Because usually when Belle Delphine does insane stuff, all the commentary YouTubers are on it. And like, this is probably one of the most insane things that she's done. Is made a life-size sex doll of herself. I'm surprised I haven't seen
This is close.
like Charlie, or I'm surprised I haven't seen like Mush Critical or Tricky Tom cover it yet. Like, Jesus.
Well, to
Like,
be fair, this post was actually made back on like the 4th and like 3rd of
that's
April.
that's not that
It's
long ago.
currently the 11th.
That's like a week or so. And a
Yeah,
lot of
that's a week
the thing
ago.
is, I know a lot of commentary YouTubers are fast with it. Like, they'll have a video out like the next day, or like the next day or the day after the next day about stuff. Like, I haven't seen anything from Sensitive Society or like any of the bigger commentary YouTubers. Like,
Now let's
like,
see.
I'm like honestly like surprised. But it's just fucking insane. I'm more wondering, like, what kind of, like, how desperate does the dude have to be to buy something like that? Like, no, I don't got a girlfriend or anything like that. Like, haven't had a relationship in a while. But like, I would never resort to that. How down bad and desperate do you have to be to buy something like that? Like,
Listen, I mean,
how far into the Coomer iceberg do you have to be?
that kind of industry has been a thing for a while now, so
Yeah,
it's
but
not
like,
much of a surprise.
I understand like sex dolls and shit and like porn and stuff. I get why that's popular shit, but it's like a life-size replica. It's like a replica of a real person. It's just fucking insane to me. It's just
You
fucking
know,
insane.
now that I think about it, we probably should have started with a very inappropriate topic at the beginning of the video.
It's that's why I was trying to avoid saying certain words, but that's all right. I can cut it out if I need to. I can cut out
But
some
yeah,
stuff if I
that's
need to. But yeah, it's just like, what? Like, how? Why? Like, she makes millions off her shit per year. Like, off her OnlyFans, she makes millions from it, literally millions. And
the whole
she
magnitude of this.
she for some reason decided, hey, I'm gonna sell a life size sex doll of myself. Like, why?
Yeah, the whole magnitude of the situation at hand is very strange to think about.
Yeah,
Hold on a
it's
second.
fucking like, it's like, why? Something I'd like, just like, why? The fact that all this shit is like coming out, the fact that so much crazy, the good amount of crazy shit has been going on this week, like whole jojo siwa shit. OJ Simpson fucking died yesterday. The Belle Delphine's like sex doll shit, like sniper wolf stuff.
Yeah, the first weekend of April is
It's just fucking crazy. Like this. Oh yeah. Also the another massive thing that happened at the beginning of April. So, well, kind of massive. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's massive in the Smosh fandom and stuff. Courtney Shane from
Smosh.
Smosh. Like Smosh, they do
Well,
like
I know
Smosh Pit.
Smosh.
They're like actors for the Smosh Pit and stuff like that. Well, they like got married out of nowhere, and it just absolutely just blew up on every platform. Cause it's like, it was like they're like two. I don't really support or think shit like this is cool, but it's like they were like very much shipped individuals. Like, people always thought that they were in a relationship, and over time it started fading. But then out of nowhere, they released that they got married on April Fools, and it ended up being real. It was on fucking, it was on news sites, all that shit. It's crazy.
So they're actually married?
Yeah, no, they actually got married and decided to announce it on April Fools, which was really fucking funny.
Who are these people?
They're actors who work for Smosh.
What are their names again?
Shane Top and Courtney Miller.
Shane Top and Courtney Miller?
Yeah.
Alright. So, were they ever in a relationship?
No, there was like no like they never said anything about them being in a relationship at all until like they announced their marriage.
Well, then probably they kept the relationship private for a while.
Well, yeah, obviously. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that it. I'm not saying I was freaking out about it. I'm saying that, like, the internet in general was going crazy about it. Like, seriously, that shit was like on Instagram. I saw posts about it every other fucking post. TikTok, every other post. Fucking Twitter, every other damn post.
See, I love the dichotomy.
They were on People, like people.com. That shit. And
I love the dichotomy. I love the dichotomy here between you and I. It's like I didn't hear a fucking thing about this, and then you were just like, "Yeah." So let me tell you.
Yeah. But
it really shows just how much less time I'm on the internet compared to you.
What is honestly really surprising.
Excuse me?
No offense, sorry.
You just tip your fedora away, said that?
Bitch, you're the one who 100% has a fedora in your fucking closet.
I prefer top hats.
Do not tell me that you would not wear a fedora if you had one. Do not tell me you wouldn't. Because you know for a fact you would.
Well, here's my answer.
What?
Did that pick up?
Wait, you just fart or something? What the hell happened?
Yeah, I farted.
Oh, God. Oh, God. We got... No. Okay, but... Oh, God. But yeah, on the topic of actors like Courtney and Shane, well, it's not really actor, but let's move on to JoJo Siwa's shit. Oh my! But we're moving hella fast. Jesus, we're only 16 minutes in.
Well, this might be a fifth episode.
Well,
with other stuff, because we actually have a lot. We still have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah. So. But yeah. But yeah, like Belle Delphine's sex doll thing. What do you think about that shit? What's your opinion?
What's the going rate? What's the going rate for this thing?
Yeah, I don't know, but all I know is that if you want one, you have to DM her on her OnlyFans to order one. Rune, do not buy the Belle Delphine sex doll.
Batman.
You probably couldn't afford it anyways. I probably couldn't either.
Batman. Did you see what I bought?
I like how you did a Joker impression right as I run into a fucking image of Joker on Twitter. Jesus.
Can you guess, Batman? Can you guess?
No.
It came to in my mail throating coffin bag.
Stop. That's
Batman.
Oh, what the?
So sorry. It's alright. Okay,
Family Guy clip playing. Sorry. God. But yeah, what do you?
The whole thing about that is just very strange. Like Belle Delphine. I mean, looking at it and kind of evaluating it, it doesn't surprise me that she made that, but it also it stunlocked me for a second. But it's like thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that's not surprising.
Like I guess, like get your bag, I guess, but like.
I mean, she sold her own bathwater.
Sex doll, Jesus.
Yeah, she sold her own bathwater that she bathed in with like dirt off of her body.
I debate that the sex doll's worse. I would debate that the sex doll's worse.
It's weird, but I think the goddamn bathwater is way worse. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that is pretty. Gross.
It's fucking putrid.
It's pretty gross.
Just
but
like
that's just bathwater. The sex doll is a literal is like a literal copy of you. Like you're. Yeah,
that's like, very weird.
You go from selling yourself online to selling yourself online in a different way. Now, I just want to be clear. Hang on, I just want to make myself clear just real quick. Online sex work. I don't care. Women can do what they want. If they want to make that money, can get that bag. Like, I'm all for it. But like, there are limits. I think there should be.
There are
I
limits.
think there are limits that people should put on themselves. But hey, they're
Yeah,
making.
well, I'm just gonna go
they're
and say
making.
this.
They're making millions doing it. So who am I to talk?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. You can go ahead and do whatever profession you want. But for OnlyFans and all that sex stuff, I will never respect you. But I will
That's
respect your decision.
crazy. That's crazy.
But anyways.
Ruined
Huh?
canceled by OnlyFans Girls 2024. You
All these feminazis on
you just wake up to a mob of naked women at your doorstep with pitchforks.
Oh my fucking god. But honestly, I'd probably be talking to the guy. I don't know that. And that's because I watch porn. So it's like,
What did you just say?
what?
What did you say?
I watched porn before.
Okay.
So it's like, to say it's like, I don't completely respect you, but it'd be pretty. I'm not saying I'll hate you or despise you. Be like, man, your profession's stupid. 'Cause that'll just be a complete fucking 180 from me. That'll just be a very shitty take for me.
Yeah. Okay, let's
But-
get off our personal opinions on sex work as a total.
Let me get off the fucking.
We should probably stay away from too much of that, considering we are still minors.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't talk too
well.
much about that.
Yeah, for a sec there, I just kind of forgot where the fuck I am and who I am and what I'm doing. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I started to Joe Biden moment.
You had a dementia moment.
I'm like, soda!
Alright, but
We should just cut out the whole song.
let's move on to the next
cut out the
internet
whole
woman we're talking about.
Anyways. Women, am I right?
Okay, no, stop. Okay, so Jojo Siwa, she's going on a lot currently, and
Oh my
that's
god.
a good one. Damn, I'm belching good ones
How do you
today.
even belch? I don't even burp like that. The fuck do you
I don't know.
belch?
Recently, my burps have been getting stronger for some reason. I don't know why.
That was beefy, boy.
They're getting stronger over the last couple months. It's crazy. Maybe it's because my fucking my fucking vocal cords are getting stronger or some shit from choir. But I don't know. But yes, Jojo Siwa, her current
Okay.
controversy about her newest song and the dances she did, and like her being the most what's the word, immature person while also trying to be mature, like immature cringe, like mature cringe, I guess. Like,
See, the only thing I've really seen on
like her dry humping someone during her music video, for example.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, of course she did. Everyone who on any social media has probably seen it by this point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just kind of saw it pop up. I'm like, it was one of those funny videos where it just took the clip of her saying, "I used to be a bad girl," then it just showed a picture of her like kind of like goofy fucking Nickelodeon kind of poses, and it just no silence in the background. It's kind of funny to think about.
Jojo
Like-
Siwa is an example of what the film business, music business does to, child workers and that they're in that. Like,
Wait, how old is Jojo Siwa?
She's 20. She's not that much older than us.
She's
barely
only 20?
She's 20.
I thought she was like 24 or 25 at this point.
She's
Damn,
20. I know.
that's fucking crazy.
I know. It's like, what the hell happened? Type shit. It's like, I think honestly the psychological reason why she's like all of a sudden becoming like like this her like rebranding is because
She's going through a whole phase.
is because of the way she was not allowed to grow up in a way, being a child actor. Well, not I know she was music video, but let's be honest. Being a child actor and child singer are practically the same thing, pretty much. They do pretty much the same stuff, same manager, same pay. Well, not maybe not same pay, but so and so on. It's like she had a brand and she wasn't allowed to mature because of the brand. And I think what she's doing now is like allowing herself to mature in the worst possible way. Like, she's letting herself not be a kid in probably the worst way possible.
Yeah, because when it comes to like people who grow up in the idea of show business and like they start doing that kind of stuff when they're like,
How old was Jojo Siwa when she released her first thing? Let's see.
hold on a second.
Alright. Oh, damn, she actually started younger than I thought. Wait, really? What? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Anyways,
So I googled when she started. Apparently, she started when she was 9. I'm seeing ages from 9 to 16. Right here from people from like people.com says at 9 years old she was introduced when she competed in a Abby's Ultimate Dance competition. Like a spin-off of Dance Moms, it looks like. So yeah, she started
that doesn't sound like
she
that.
started really young.
Yeah, that's yeah, it kind of sounds like something like a child beauty pageant.
Yeah.
That sounds like what that is. And I'm gonna be honest. What's your opinion
I'm
on child?
saying, I think that if the kids want to do it, then sure. But if it's something that the parents want them to do, then no. I think
I just say,
parents making their children act and so on is just abuse at
yeah.
some point. Like,
I think in general, I think in general,
honestly think, honestly think in general, like child actors are given way too much. What's the word? Freedom to do child acting and not enough time to be a kid, and that
yeah, that's the thing.
causes severe mental problems later in life.
Yeah, but then also there's like I could say good examples of child actors. You know, like Macaulay Culkin, the Home Alone kid.
Yeah, was it? Didn't he become a drug addict?
I don't think so. No.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Hold on a
I think
second.
he
Let
did.
me
Yeah,
check.
he became. I think he became a drug addict.
No, that doesn't make any
I'm
sense because
pretty
I remember
sure.
like
I'm pretty sure I saw something on that, unless it was like the different actor.
Macaulay
Eddie
Culkin,
Culkin.
musician.
I swear to God, I remember seeing something like that.
Macaulay Culkin.
Page Master.
Yes. Macaulay Culkin.
Let's see
Drug
here.
addiction. It decided to speak on media speculation. Media went into overdrive.
Yeah,
Speculating that Culkin
he
had a serious
was.
addiction.
He
Was
was a fucking heroin addict.
all right. Never mind. My example is
Yeah.
completely invalid.
Not a, yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Never mind. Yeah, I guess child acting. I guess child acting is just a bad profession.
Yeah. But I think there's
Yeah, I thought it
also
was going to be able
like
to go.
I think there's different
I'm,
things of child acting. I think there's like child acting when like well there's child acting and there's teen acting. I think like teens who are like I don't know 6 like between 15 and like 17. I think if they want to do acting, then they should. But like, if you're like barely in middle school, I don't think you should. I don't think they should be put into the movie industry at all. Or
Yeah,
this media,
because like,
that shit is horrible shit for their mental health.
yeah, yeah, because if you grow up in that kind of, you know, profession, things will end up pretty badly.
Yeah.
Sometimes, some like decisions you make, things you'll do will just end up being bad.
Yeah, and like Jojo Siwa,
And
she's
with
like
like
an
JoJo's,
example. She's a good example of that downward spiral that can come from child acting. I mean, for God's sake, she defended a fucking pedophile at one point. I think. Remember when that?
oh yeah, wait a minute, I saw something like
Yeah, the
that. Who was
fucking
it?
it was the
Oh yeah,
ukulele.
the ukulele girl.
Yeah, she literally
Yeah,
she
that fucking
defended
girl.
her on a fucking podcast. I remember seeing a clip of it.
Yeah, I remember
And it
seeing
was all
that. Like,
something about
she was.
her like defending cheaters or some shit.
Yeah, it's like I remember seeing that. It's like fucking weird. It's because it's like I remember seeing her talk about it. Like
Yeah,
she was for some reason
she's had a whole bunch of fucking
saying
drama.
I don't know. She said something about like the fans of her were like saying shit like the things that were said in that she said were like what she did
Yeah,
she wouldn't do because her fans were just
Colleen
like,
Ballinger, or
yeah, that was her name.
Colleen Ballinger. Yeah,
Yeah,
her.
yeah, because I think I remember seeing that because Ricky well said some shit like, what was it? Like, her fans were just trying to like use her for the sake of I don't know, like getting attention and like, some money shit and all that. Even though this woman actually did do that stuff.
And she decided to post the worst possible apology she could have done.
And I can already tell because it's like like the whole backstory of her and like what she actually did, right?
Yeah, like sending inappropriate pics to fans and shit like that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Standard
She did that kind of stuff.
Standard Minecraft YouTuber activities, yeah.
Well, not. Maybe
Yeah,
she did.
come on. You know.
Everyone
Standard
who's
Minecraft YouTuber activities.
But yeah, that's the thing because it's like the things that she did is and then she goes ahead and makes an apology video and they'll
I
do that in
think
the worst way possible.
I think she tried to make it something about. I think she tried to turn it into like something about misogyny. I'm pretty sure. Like that was her argument for it.
Yeah, I think that was it because it's like because what Colleen Ballinger, she was her career is like is a comedian and she well mainly the
Yeah,
thing is
her persona was Miranda Sings.
yeah, and on top of that, the weirder part is that she was a children's comedian.
Yeah.
So she did kinds of jokes like that in front of children. Although here's where it all kind of went towards a downward spiral. She did a show in front of a live audience, and she saw that a lot of her fans started growing up into teens, and then she started to use a lot of inappropriate jokes in front.
Yeah.
Which
I think
none of them were like.
Go ahead.
None of them at first were like over the board, but they were really suggestive. And then later, she did more stuff like that, and then soon enough, she started sending inappropriate photos of herself to little kids. Like she took pictures of her panties and just sent them to like minors. And then she took inappropriate pictures of herself and sent them to minors. For whatever reason, who knows?
Yeah, it's very strange. I think they just get bored.
Anyways.
Honestly, I think it's just them getting bored, or like just them like saying, "Hey, I have all this power over these people, and I want to use it." Because honestly, in all honesty, I don't think like most of like YouTubers or Minecraft YouTubers who get exposed for being pedophiles are actually pedophiles. I think it's just they have an obsession with the power they have over their younger fans.
Yeah, they get power hungry.
I don't think they like the people because they're minors. I think they like them because they have the amount of power they do over them.
Yeah, that's probably a bigger reason, and Anyways, I think we're kind of straight off topic.
No, well, no, it's still involving JoJo Siwa. It's like she defended a pedophile. Like we're still on it still.
Yeah, good point.
Plus,
Anyways,
plus, I,
John Wayne
plus, I,
Gacy.
plus, I do need a second to find stuff on the OJ stuff. So it's good we're talking about this.
Also, on top of that, it's like what, 16 minutes. What time are we at?
We're at 34.
Okay, so that's a good amount of time that we fleshed out here because yeah, like the whole Miranda Sings persona, child actor for the pedophile. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is that in I think mainly because it's like I think it's kind of a like man I'm turning to XQC here I can't say shit. So dude dude like literally it's about this.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say here. God damn, my cerebral brain function is killing me right now. Man, it's probably because I actually did a lot of sleep last night.
Yeah, I heard. I bet you didn't. You've been having a lot of trouble sleeping, huh?
Yeah, it's just. Anyways,
He's doing the best he can.
anyways.
You're doing the best you
I
can.
forgot.
It's okay. You're doing the best.
And I forgot.
It's okay.
I forgot what I was going to say.
That's okay.
I forgot what the fuck I was going to say.
That's okay.
God damn it.
That's okay. It's okay, bud. It's okay.
Oh, 12 seconds.
Calm down, bud. It's okay. You're trying your best. It's okay.
I hate it when I do that. Man. I hate it when I stumble on my words and then I just fuck up. And just
It's okay.
Forget what I'm
It's
saying.
okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm hosting it. I can carry it. It's okay, bud. But yes, JoJo Siwa. Her whole.
I remember what I was gonna say.
I think it's gonna get worse. I think her whole. I think she's gonna like murder someone or something, and like some shit like that's gonna happen. Like she's gonna just lose it, eventually. I think that's what this is building up to. I think it's building up to her having a breakdown. That's at some point.
Possibly,
I think that's what's
because
gonna happen in the end.
I see a lot of these YouTubers, and I remember what I was going to say. What I was going to say is I feel as if in the technological cybernetic age now, it's like since some people wouldn't really do it in actuality because yeah, like you said, most of these people probably aren't even pedophiles. They just realize that they can get away with a lot of stuff probably because of social media influencing, technology itself. And it's sort of like people being manipulated in a certain way where they wouldn't say anything. Although then stuff kind of arises and then everyone's just revealed as a pedo.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. It's a massive dichotomy. You can look at a bunch of these different stories and kind of see where it's kind of like, okay, this guy with everything that went on, he probably is a pedophile. See, this girl, she's a fucking creep. Then you look over at these.
I just want to say one thing, that we are no way defending any of these people. Like just because, like, sure they're not pedophiles, but they are pieces of shit. We just want to get that like just straight.
Yes, out of the way.
They are absolutely disgusting people. And we do not defend them.
We're not defending.
Yeah, we do not have any sympathy for them whatsoever. We just want to get that clear. But we're just saying
they're
probably not pedophiles. They probably just they probably had really bad power trips.
Yes, and I'm just gonna disclaim everything that we say here, defending or condoning any of these sorts of actions. These actions themselves are completely inhospitable and just completely inappropriate and disgusting behavior.
Yeah. Let me be clear on that.
We are not defending or condoning.
Yeah.
Miranda sings, I'm going to steal your ukulele. Yeah, because, like I said, JoJo Siwa, she does definitely look like she's going into a downward spiral at this point. And, because from what I remember about her, when I was younger, I was like, JoJo Siwa this, JoJo Siwa that. It's like, what she did was she was like a child, and she was just a kid. She was just a kid online. So she made goofy ass videos about goofy things, and you see her. It's like, oh, I see what she's doing. It's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe, but it's like fun. It's like funny quotations in a sort of way. But yeah, she's just a kid on YouTube. She likes, but
Yeah.
now it's kind of like, now it's like, what is going on here?
It's like she just took a complete 360. It's the complete 180.
He
Like,
took a combination of fentanyl, Adderall, and ketamine, snorted it, mainlined it, drank it, ate it, and just all at once, and then just complete brain shut down, and it just kind of let her down the bad path.
yeah. Huh. Okay.
I mean, a while ago, she made a product. You ever hear that she made like slime a while ago, like some sort of toy, like some sort of like silly putty
I
thing?
think I heard something like that. Not. I don't know anything about it, but I think I've heard something like that.
Yeah, because a while ago she made something like that, and a lot of people bought it, and then a lot of people started giving reports that children were like getting rashes on their body, had to be sent to the hospital because of this, and that's because there was a chemical that was left in the putty stuff that like irritated skin to a really bad degree.
Yeah.
And then she reimbursed everybody. She apologized for the ignorance of just leaving stuff like that within the toys, and I think it's not being made anymore. I'm not so sure, but
Well,
lots of
I
people,
hope it's not being made anymore. Jesus.
well, yeah, because it was a bad thing. Nobody was killed. At least I don't think so.
It just caused a
I
kid
don't
to
know
fucking just implode on itself. Jesus.
if children are spontaneously combusting from JoJo Siwa's new silly puppy.
God, that sounds like something they put in Robot Chicken.
Robot shit.
That sounds like a Robot
That
Chicken bit.
That does sound like a fucking skit from Robot Chicken, bro. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Uh, and then it just shows JoJo Siwa on trial and shit. It's so
God. Okay.
but yeah, I think that was probably her first kind of area of like big mistakes and controversy. Although too many people didn't get so mad at her because, from what I can tell, no one was killed, but lots of children were really hurt by it, and it didn't go well for parents. So everyone just stopped buying it. I think it was like production was stopped.
Well, I
Just
hope
to
they'd stop
apologize.
buying it.
Yeah, because I remember seeing all that, and like her like apology video it was her, and it seemed sincere. It was an alright apology video. There wasn't any dog or like I've made a video. That's in my judgment. Although there was the classical at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
Other than that, she addressed the whole issue. It was good. It's like you see everything that she's doing now, and it's kind of like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, is it as bad as nearly giving rations to children of silly putty, nearly killing them, and actually needing to rush them to the hospital? It isn't that bad, but it seems like she's going down a similar route to that place.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad. I have a feeling the next couple months is gonna be pretty interesting.
Oh, yes, pretty much so.
We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, I'm sorry. I do not wish to do
All right,
nothing.
so,
I do want to be clear. I do not wish for JoJo Siwa to have a breakdown. I don't wish any of that to happen. But
Yeah.
it's pretty clear
Yeah.
what's gonna happen though.
That's the thing, because, I mean, yeah, I've never had it's like people are like, she's cringe. Well, yeah, she's cringe. It doesn't matter. It's like she's a fucking social media influencer. Majority of them are cringe as hell. Even your favorite ones are cringe at times. So it doesn't. It doesn't.
Hear that, goons? Y'all are fucking cringe.
Yeah, we're calling you out, fucking.
Hear that, Mr. Beast? You're fucking cringe. Donating money to homeless people? You're fucking cringe.
You're fucking cringe for giving blind people sight.
Who do you think you are, Jesus?
Tear their fucking eyes out.
You should have... Okay, I think we're not there. I think we need to stop.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so
But anyways,
let's move on to the next. So OJ Simpson stuff. So as of the recording of this, Jojo, no, not Jojo. OJ
Jojo
Simpson
Simpson.
died from, I think it was cancer or some form of cancer yesterday, April 10th, 2024. But yeah, so I don't know exactly what happened. So I pulled up a summary of the trial, and I'm just gonna read that out, and then we can talk about what we think. So, so the O.J. Simpson case summary: the crime in the 1970s and 80s. Oriental James Simpson, or O.J. Simpson, was a well-known celebrity within North America. He was an All-American football player who turned to acting in sportscasting after he retired from the National Football League. On June 12, 1994, Nicole Brown, O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, and her friend Ronald Goldman were found murdered outside Nicole's residence. The scene of the crime took place outside Mrs. Brown's condominium complex. What the condominium complex? I'm fucking dyslexic sometimes, I swear. Where two murdered bodies were discovered in the entrance pathway. The police scanned the scene of the crime carefully, searching for evidence. They found crucial DNA evidence that supported their idea that Mr. Simpson had been involved in committing these murders. Excuse me. The LAPD issued a statement to the media saying that they were allowing O.J. Simpson to turn himself in by June 17th at 11 a.m. O.J. Simpson did not report to the police station on June 11th, but his lawyer and close friend Robert Kardashian, addressed the media with a note that Mr. Simpson had written to the public. In this note, Mr. Simpson stated, "To whom it may concern, first, everyone, understand that I have nothing to do with Nicole's murder. I loved her. Always have, always will. If we had a problem, it's because I loved her so much. I've had a good life. I'm proud of how I lived. My mama taught me to do unto other. To do unto other? What the fuck? Ugh, grammar. I treated people the way I wanted to be treated. I've always tried to be up and helpful. So why is this happening? I'm sorry for the Goldman family. I know how much it hurts. Don't feel sorry for me. I've had a great life. Great. Please think of the real OJ and not this lost person. Thanks for making my life special. I hope I helped yours." Mr. Simpson explained how he loved Nicole very much and wished he had spent more time with his friends and family. Upon hearing this letter, many people believed OJ was planning to commit suicide, and they were correct in assuming so. So, following the release of the letter, the infamous car chase took place while broadcasted on live television. O.J. Simpson's Ford Bronco was spotted driving out of the interstate, being driven by his friend Al Cowlings. Mr. Simpson was located in the rear seat with a gun pointing to his head, stating that he was going to kill himself if any cop approached the vehicle. Within the video below, Detective Tom Blanche talked to Simpson while the car chase was taking place. He pleads with Mr. Simpson to stop this case and not to commit suicide. Every news station within the world broadcasted the case as the police chased Mr. Simpson's white Bronco at slow speeds on the highway. Citizens flocked to the overpasses to watch the truck pass them while being followed by Mr. Simpson's home, and came to a dramatic end when Cowling parked in the driveway and cried to OJ not to take his life. Mr. Simpson finally listened to his close friend, surrendered to the LAPD, and was arrested. Alright, so that was what happened before the trial. Now, the trial. The trial for O.J. Simpson was given the name the Trial of the Century. It became the most publicized case of all time within the U.S. The state of California spent over $20 million on this one case alone. It received more media attention than serial killers such as Charles Manson. Charles Manson. O.J. pleaded not guilty on both accounts of murder on January 29th, 1995. The trial, People versus O.J. Simpson, began. Even though the prosecution had no fingerprints, witnesses, or murder weapons, they were confident that they would convict Mr. Simpson. They relied on their crucial DNA evidence to prosecute him. Some of the evidence the prosecution relied on was the bloody footprints of shoes that matched the shoes Mr. Simpson owned, hair samples located on the bodies and crime scene, articles of clothing that were located at Mr. Simpson's residence. The prosecution also called DNA experts to testify that blood found at the crime scene matched Simpson's blood, and that blood from both of the victims. The expert explained the blood sample obtained within the Ford Bronco and at Mr. Simpson's residence were direct matches, leaving the jury to believe O.J. had tracked the blood back to his residence after he committed the murders. Although there was substantial DNA evidence against Mr. Simpson, the handing out of this evidence by the LAPD was unprofessional in the least. The way it was handled by the police led to the court's jury believe something was not right. The defense highlighted the faults of the LAPD and how Mr. Simpson was framed. The defense team that represented O.J. was called the Dream Team. The lawyers that were part of this team were Robert Shapiro, Johnny Cotran, F. Lee Bailey, and Alan Dershowitz, I think. One of their main arguments was the police mismanagement of the case. The defense focused on discrediting the Los Angeles Police Department. They claimed that the police failed to conduct a well-constructed paper investigation. Johnny Contrim addresses the court stating that main police involved within the case were racist. He argued that police detectives tried to frame Mr. Simpson of the crime scene by planted crucial evidence like the bloody glove in his residence. This led to the famous court act where O.J. Simpson tried on the murder gloves discovered in his home, and to much surprise, the glove did not fit. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. Johnny Cotran. God, his name's hard to read. After many months of deliberation and numerous witnesses within the criminal trial, 12 juries came to a verdict. Mr. Simpson was not found guilty in both counts of murder. Society was shocked by this verdict due to the DNA evidence presented and how obvious. I lost where I was. I lost where I was. I lost where. Okay, here we go. DNA evidence presented and how obvious the evidence pointed towards Mr. Simpson. Many critics of the trial argued that the mishandling of the evidence by the police department was the reason of this verdict. Directly after Mr. Simpson's criminal trial concluded, a civil lawsuit was filed against O.J. by the parents of Ronald Goldman. The outcome of this trial was different from that of the criminal. The lawyer of the Goldman family, Mr. Petrosil, brought crucial evidence into this trial that which was not involved after the crime was examined, which showed how O.J. had failed this test. This test involved questions asking if he had any involvement with the crime. The jury within this trial awarded the Goldman family and the Simpson children $12.5 million in compensation. Okay. You know, it says summary, but Jesus. Alright, I'm done reading. You still there, Rune? You still awake?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, but okay. Okay.
There's a lot of defining factors about all this, like what else? Because the children of like O.J. Simpson, are they like the children of him and Nicole, or is it a different wife?
I didn't see anything about a different wife, so I think it was their children.
Okay, so which is a like a major factor in a lot of these things is for me, because it's like, was he like actually guilty of this entire thing? Now, a lot of factors are like very huge on it. Mainly the car chase. Like, obviously if he would try to avoid something like that, but that was a massive suspicion. Mainly the car chase. If he were innocent, he probably would defend himself, obviously. And he probably would have turned himself in. Although in a situation like this, I can see why some people make erratic decisions.
But also, sometime after the trial, he did write a book called If I Did It.
Called I Did.
Called If I
Well,
Did
actually,
It. And then I did, but he
actually,
supposed to be called I Did It, but it's If I Did It because of copyright reasons from other
yeah,
book companies and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But yeah. And that was but the reason he wrote it after the trial is because you can't be convicted of a crime that you've already been proven innocent of, even if you admit to it.
Hold on a second. I gotta have it bigger for a second.
All right.
Anyways, you were saying?
But so yeah, and I thought he wrote that book because in the U.S. if you're like, I guess quote unquote proven innocent of a crime, then you can't be convicted of the same thing again.
Yep, it's called Double Jeopardy.
Yeah, you could literally just admit to it after you cleared of it, and
And Kim could be
nothing can be done about it. But yeah,
That book really does point him in a very bad light, which definitely another piece of evidence. But on top of that, there was an interview with him a few years after, like, I don't know, not a few years. I think it was actually sometime in the 2000s. There was an interview that people were interrogating him again about the whole situation. And then he did a little joke during the interview because there was like a little intermission where they needed to set up a few. And then afterwards after the interview, after everything was going down, dying down at least after everything was being put away, O.J. Simpson did a little joke towards the interviewer. So the interviewer was in a separate room, and then O.J. Simpson started standing on the side of the room and waiting for her. And then when she got out of the room, he had a banana and started pretending to stab her.
Jesus Christ, bro!
While making a certain noise, he did. Then he stared at the camera and smiled.
Bro really made murder funny moments. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of things that point him in the direction of like, yeah, he did it. Which
God.
by this point, it's probably he probably did. But
You know
it's
what the
like,
fucked up part is? If the police didn't fuck up so badly, and I'm not blaming the police in total, but like, if they didn't make the mistakes were made, he probably would have been locked up. Like,
yeah, it's like, but on top of that, it's like there's like massive defining things just make it like a bit confusing. Like obviously OJ's like direction towards the case. Like at first the note him saying like how he feels about his wife. It's like it's very sincere, but then immediately afterwards the car chase. Then after all that, the trial. Then the evidence, the display of everything. Then after that, cut 2 years later during the interviews, a little stunt he pulled with a joke. And then now, like the tweet that was on Twitter with like a description where it said like his children and his grandchildren are him. I mean, even if your family's, you will obviously feel bad that they're dead. You will still love and care for them, even if they are terrible. You will still feel something for them. But even despite all that, it still makes me think on a different level.
yeah.
It makes me think on a different level.
You know, one thing that's for sure though. One thing that's gonna be for sure. The memes are gonna be happening for at least a week or two.
Oh yeah,
The memes
it's not
are
even been,
fucking ridiculous. I'm telling you now.
and that's the thing. It's barely even been a day. Not even.
It hasn't even been a full 12 hours since it was released. Since like it
And
was
so many memes.
Has barely been 12 hours. It's been like 11, and I've seen at least
So many
two.
memes.
I've seen so many on Instagram already. It's crazy.
Well,
It's
honestly,
crazy how fast people are on it.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, considering Instagram, it doesn't surprise me. Considering how fast Stephen Hawking memes.
Yeah, those the thing is, those were actually really fucking funny though. To be fair, those are really funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it was after he died. I mean, on top of that, Stephen Hawking died a while ago, like what back?
Yeah, it was after he was. It was shown that he was on Epstein's island. God, those memes were
Yeah.
so
Although,
funny though. Like, oh
although
my
the thing is,
god.
everyone on the flight list, there's like a massive defense towards a lot of people, mainly because if you were on the flight list, it doesn't mean immediately that you
Yeah.
were, being flown over there for, certain activities.
Yeah.
Mainly because the island
There's like
itself wasn't as
there's the Danny DeVito defense where it was like 90% scuba diving and 10% kid stuff. Like most people there are
yeah.
probably there for the different stuff and didn't even know about the other activities. But at
Well,
the
yeah,
same
because the
time,
activity.
you never
Yeah, it's
know.
like, well, yeah, you never know. But I mean, on top of that, Stephen Hawking's a paraplegic.
Well, he still has eyes. He can still see.
Yeah, it's okay.
He can
I
still
mean, the kid's
see. He can still understand
just,
emotion and shit. I'm sure the dude still got a fuck. I'm sure the dude still got horny. Like, come on.
well, that's not what I'm saying. It's just the fact of like him like flying over there and all this stuff. And it's like even if he wasn't trying to, even if he was, even if he was, like,
The videos of
couldn't they
that
just
one
like,
lady in the wheelchair floating through the ocean. Oh god.
yeah,
That
and they
shit-
could have, those kids probably could have just kicked him over. And he's not gonna stand up.
Okay,
It's like the noise
we're
is
not
killing
here to
us. Like,
talk about Stephen Hawking. We're talking about OJ.
well, yes.
Okay, I like how the first.
Anyways,
I
yeah.
like how the first ever episode of the podcast was we made fucking Stephen
Yeah, that
Hawking
was Stephen.
jokes. That was so
And
funny.
then how long afterwards
think-
was the flight list?
I want to say 4 months, maybe 6.
Yeah, something like that. That was.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Okay,
It
but
didn't
yeah,
take
OJ.
us
Okay,
about
OJ.
that.
Do you think
Anyways,
he did
yeah,
it?
OJ. Yeah.
Let's just get straight up.
I-
Do you think he did it? Do you think he did it?
I genuinely don't fucking know. It's like it's such a weird. It's one of the weirdest trials ever because for one, he was acquitted, and of course, double jeopardy laws. Then he wrote that book. It's like because originally it was kind of I did it, and then it was renamed If I Did It because of media and like outwards and stuff. Because and the fact is you can still go and buy that book. Number two, it's like the car chase and all that, the letter, all the evidence pointing towards him, and like the little thing he did during that interview and shit. It's just
Yeah. I for one think he 100% did it.
I don't know. It's like, and then also his family. Obviously, like I said before, even if you have a terrible family,
Obviously, I do have some sympathy for the family. Like, sure, but at the same time, dude was a piece of shit. Like,
but even then, his family, you will have to understand his family's perspective.
yeah,
Even if because a man like that, it's like obviously it's like he killed their mother.
Yeah.
And,
But it's like we're not making
Listen.
fun of the family or like the grief they're going through. It's just like the dude.
Because I can see
was
this
not
situation.
good. Dude was not good. Simple as that.
Yeah, with the actions that he took and the things that, like it really pointed towards the idea that he did, and it feels as if he treated it as a joke too. So it's like,
Well, anything will be fucking treated as a joke. Like, come on. The dark humor is becoming. I've noticed that dark humor is becoming more and more prominent.
it is,
It's
yeah.
becoming a lot more common, and I fucking love
Yeah,
it.
it's becoming.
but-
Yeah, although it makes me second guess my humor though, like seeing all this humor, it's just kind of like,
Hey, we don't actually mean we don't mean the shit we say. It's
yeah,
like,
I know we don't mean
like,
it. It's
I didn't actually commit 9/11, like, obviously.
I mean I did. Like, anyway,
Or like
but yeah, see even jokes. I mean jokes like that by this point.
I don't I obviously don't hate black people. Like I'm not
I
racist.
mean, I do, but that's
Okay,
just me.
no, stop. Okay. No more joking. Just
I'm kidding.
joking,
I'm
okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
But yeah, like I
we're
said,
just
it's like,
we're being serious for a second. Like I'm not racist. I just make racist jokes because the idea of being racist is just so ridiculous that it's funny.
yeah, because that's the thing. It's like there's been like there was a study and like an article that said it specifically about people who laugh at dark humor are able to disconnect themselves from the actual events or things that are going on in order to laugh at them. And I feel as if that's what I do too. Although I still feel like a massive piece of shit for laughing, I still feel like a terrible person.
Well, yeah, of course, but at the same time, it's funny.
Yeah,
like
it's fucking
it's
hilarious.
just funny. It's so funny. It's just so funny because of how ridiculous it is. That's just the whole thing on dark humor. It's just so funny because of how
Yeah,
ridiculous it can be. But of course, there are
it,
limits.
it,
There are certain limits that shouldn't be crossed. For example, joking about pedophilia, stuff like that. Well, I guess you can joke about pedophilia to some extent, but
well, that's
there
the
are
thing. I
limits.
mean, that's the
There are
thing.
limits to it.
That's the thing. I mean, humor itself is a reflection of life, and there's not really a
Yeah,
limit to that.
like
So it's kind of like,
there's a difference between like I don't know if I should how should I put this uh huh I'm trying to think of an example that won't get me canceled here. um huh like um sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to think of a way to say this. Uh no,
let me say it now. I'm just
hang
cutting
on.
out the video.
Yeah, I know I could, but um no, I'm just gonna do. All right, now that I said what I said.
Okay, so yeah, the whole thing about obviously it's like when it comes to the internet, the jokes in the Instagram comment section. It's like that. I mean, Instagram comment sections always
Instagram reels are
weird. So it's like you
fucked.
can see that as
Like,
they're jokes. They're jokes at the end.
yeah,
Most
but
of them.
still,
Most.
it's the most fucked up comments I've ever seen.
Oh
Like
yeah, Instagram is
genuinely,
fucking
like
strange.
I've seen some memes, I've seen some videos and shit that like made me rethink my existence. Like seriously,
And then of course with the
I've sent
reality,
you some of the videos that made me rethink my existence,
yeah,
and you had the same
yeah,
reaction.
yeah. That's the thing, cause it's going from that to reality. Like obviously, what I think is like when it comes to humor, it really has no limit because it's a reflection of life itself, and life itself is a bit imbalanced. So although I will agree there are there are boundaries like you said in reality, a man going up to a kid and saying that shit like now
Yeah.
that is just not funny
Or like the
or just
goons.
it's kind
So
of
actually, the goons. So you know the whole Dan. Oh, I should have. We should talk about like the whole Dan Schneider stuff, like like a producer on Nickelodeon, and like the whole stuff
oh no
about like the actor for like Drake and all that stuff. The goons, they were
no I
making
don't
jokes on the recent
I
video.
I
Have you
don't
seen the recent
know
video? The goons
no
recent
I
or
have no idea what the fuck you're talking
Soup's recent. You don't know about the Dan Schneider shit?
I don't even know who Dan Schneider is.
He's like one of the main creators for Nickelodeon shows like Henry Danger, shit like that.
Okay.
Dude, how do you know about Dan Schneider? His shit, like his whole controversy has been a thing for the past year.
I don't know, man. I just haven't seen a
That's
lot of
been
stuff.
like
I know
if
Rob.
you like
I
if
know
you
Rob Schneider. I know that
yeah,
shit.
the thing is, even if you're like just scrolling on Instagram, you or like TikTok or hell, even like YouTube, you've had to have seen something about it.
I won't because I don't spend a lot of time on those NFT
Even if
movies.
you don't spend a lot of time, there's no way. But okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Okay, I
anything.
guess I'll dig into Dan Schneider for a second here. So basically, Dan Schneider, he was like one of the biggest producers for Nickelodeon. He like produced shows like Henry Danger, iCarly, Sam and Cat, big shows like that. And
Okay, so like kind of like a sitcom.
recently he's been outed for like making the kids do like the child actors do weird things, and like act
Oh,
yeah, like a bunch of pedophilic shit. But
yikes!
yeah, and there was recently a documentary out about it actually,
Oh my
and
god!
Drake Bell, I think, or I don't know if that was real name or his actor name. I'm seriously confused on that, but like he told stories about him being assaulted in his sleep and fucked up shit like that. And the goons or Soup McNasty recently they made some pretty fucked jokes about something that was so fresh like that. And that was honestly like that's probably one of the times that like okay I gotta take a second here, because that shit was like truly probably the most fucked up shit I've ever heard.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Dan Schneider.
I think it's Snyder.
Right. Dan.
Yeah, it's been going
Yep.
on for like years. His
Dan
whole controversy
Schneider.
shit.
What the? Okay. What is happening with Dan Schneider? Schneider has issued an apology video. Okay, he apologizes for asking for massages on set and for making inappropriate jokes and for other complaints about his behavior. Responding to his claims of sexualizing young actors, he said the jokes were written for a kid audience because kids thought they were funny.
God. Oh God.
What the fuck?
Yeah. His whole thing is really
Why was
fucked.
why was Schneider canceled? Why was Dan Schneider fired from Nickelodeon? Are Rob Schneider and Dan Schneider related? Okay.
Yeah. There's a
All right. Yeah.
there was legit a fucking documentary made on it.
Okay. Wait a minute. So this has been like reports from all the way back in 2018.
What the fuck?
In March of 2018, March 2018 story about the exit deadline reported that it had heard multiple complaints of abusive behavior against Schneider filed by members of the staff. It also noted for years Schneider had been under a cloud of suspicion over the treatment of some younger stars of his shows.
Okay, so yeah, I found out what the documentary is called. It's called Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV. And
Wait a minute.
it like covers the whole like what really happened and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. You said the dark side on set?
It's called Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids
Quiet on
TV.
set.
The
Wait
Dark
a
Side
minute.
of Kids TV.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. I didn't watch it. But I saw it on. I saw it. It was available on Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, now I forgot this context. Hold on.
See, I knew you would have seen something about it.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that. I saw the documentary, and I think I actually read the description. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Dan Schneider. Man, I'm fucking stupid. Okay.
There.
Yeah, but still, I don't think I still don't think I've heard of Dan Schneider beyond this point. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't because I watched stuff like the Thundermans, Henry Danger,
I
Icon.
don't think he
Although
produced
to
Thundermans. I don't think he was a producer of Thundermans.
oh, okay, that makes sense. Because although to be fair, I watched a lot of Disney sitcoms. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, Disney's production levels are superior. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I did not hear about any of that. Wow, I did not hear a single bit about that stuff. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's been a big thing for a while now. Like every commentary YouTuber can think of has probably covered it. Like Moist
That's
Critical,
weird.
Oompaville, Sensitive Society, Turkey Tom. And he was a big fucking
Yeah, that
thing.
is weird.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
that is weird to think about. Dang.
The title of this episode is gonna be crazy. Jojo Siwa,
Wait,
OJ Simpson, and Dan Schneider,
wait. We also, yeah, we did.
and Belle
Okay,
Delphine.
Delphine, yeah. How much time are we at now?
We're at an hour 14.
Damn. Wow, we really extended the length on this with a little bit of commentary.
Well,
Yeah, this is a good episode.
we also have sssniperwolf stuff to do still.
Oh yeah. Also, another thing too. So should we get into Sniper Wolf now?
Yeah, I'm looking up this real
Yeah,
quick.
just pulling the stuff up real quick so we can make sure he knows what he's saying.
Yeah, so I can be sure.
I should do that too.
Spreading misinformation.
Yeah, sometimes I talk in my ass. Well, to be fair, I don't spend a lot of time on the internet.
Yeah.
The only time I'm on the internet is when I'm like, you ever do those like search tangents on Google
Sometimes.
when you just like searching up random stuff?
Yeah,
Or
okay.
like earlier this week.
I'm seeing.
Earlier this week.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm trying to see. I know that Oombaville made a. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so Snapper Wolf stuff. It was revealed. So do you know who Aziland is?
No.
Okay, well she's another YouTuber similar to Sniper Wolf, or I guess Sniper Wolf copied her stuff. So basically, I'm gonna just explain from the start of the drama. So Sniper Wolf, so Jack, do you know who Jack's Films is at least?
Yeah, I know. That's the whole situation.
Yeah, so Jack's Films made like videos calling out Sniper Wolf and so on, and that like escalated to her doxing him and so on. Pretty sure everyone who's on the internet for more than 3 hours a day knows. But yeah, so recently it's come out on a certain podcast. I don't remember exactly which one it was. Well, I don't remember it's a podcast, but a video where Aziland revealed that she was actually assaulted by SS Sniper Wolf at some point. And I want to say, I can't remember when exactly. I think it was. Give me 1 second. Okay, can't find anything recent, even though I just watched a video on it. But yeah, so it's like what built up to Sniper Wolf assaulting Azilan was SS Sniper Wolf just completely copying anything that Azilan did, like just copy and pasting it and trying to.
Okay.
And yeah, then that started a whole drama, and I think they met in person at one point by coincidence, and SS Sniper Wolf like physically attacked Aziland, and it was I don't know exactly how long ago, but it was a couple years ago, yeah. Because she doesn't like Aziland, I think, because she was like exposed for copying Aziland style content, like literally taking like word per word like what she's saying from her videos and so on. And Sniper Wolf is a very narcissistic person and so on, not very mentally stable. And she like strangled Azilan pretty much in a bathroom, in a public restroom.
She's strangled.
And yeah, that was stuff that was released recently.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I watched the Oompaville video, his video on it.
Oh my. This stuff surprises me every fucking day because it's like, I'm not in the internet a lot. I mainly social media. I don't spend a lot of time on there. So it's like seeing this stuff. It's like, what the fuck? When I'm on Instagram, I look at like posts made by fucking Todd McFarlane, and he's gonna sell it. He's gonna sell a custom-made car he made back in the '90s tomorrow. He's gonna sell it at. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm very online. Well, to be fair though, I'm online looking up all this stuff so much so I can talk about it on here. To be fair. I think stuff
I
like
should
that.
start doing.
I think stuff like that's really interesting. Also,
Hmm.
like the psychological parts of it are very interesting. Of like why people do what they do, and so on.
I just talk about movies. That's the thing. Anytime I've really thought of a topic on here, it's probably because of like seeing it like today, like maybe a news article I brushed by, or like a movie trailer that's coming out, or stuff that I've seen that just happened around me, or stuff that my all the stuff that we talk, stuff all that. It's like,
And whenever
you're
and
really good
whenever
at it, man.
and whenever I host, we're like talking about like big internet shit, crazy stuff that happened. Like we're playing games like the Wheel of Fortune. No, not Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Debate, shit like that.
And when I then you get when I have stuff like shit I didn't think of.
But yeah,
Man, you're really good at this. It's almost like you started this channel. You
thank
don't
you.
need. Anyways, I just leave the call. I just leave.
I just become the only one left.
It's just like just completely devoid of ears. Just that's all you fucking hear.
But yeah, that's
Anyways,
a bunch of stuff I found out. I literally just like when I see when I'm just like scrolling on Twitter or like Instagram or whatever on my own time and I see something interesting, I take it and I save it in my notes, like things to talk about on podcasts. I just write it down.
yeah, you really are good at this.
But yeah,
I think that's probably because I'm also just kind of investing sometimes.
I'm
On top of that, I have to take care of a lot of stuff at home a lot. So
yeah.
it's like I don't have time.
You
I
don't
don't have time to
guys,
search up
you don't got
stuff.
as much free time as me. Yeah, I know. I don't blame you.
I wish I did.
I don't blame you for
Wish I
it.
did. Goddamn. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I did. Goddamn. You got a comfy chair.
Jeez.
Yeah.
God,
That's a phrase right there.
what are some other stuff?
That's a phrase.
What's something we haven't
So,
talked about yet?
oh yeah, the thing that I said I was gonna bring
Oh
up.
yeah. Your thing. Go ahead.
So I watched a most critical video, his newest one. He covered a certain topic about it concerns the eclipse.
Oh,
Now
actually,
I know about what was. Now this is something that I'm actually very I saw a lot about. You know, the whole conspiracies leading up to the
yeah.
eclipse and all that.
Funny thing is,
I mainly know,
I got to see the eclipse. It was pretty cool.
I slept through it. The thing is like from what I can, I only know about all this like conspiracy stuff and like things about like the rapture and doomsday because my younger brother sent me a lot of reels and memes and he kept talking about what was going to happen during the eclipse.
I think one of them was
And
like
then,
it was
of
like
course,
the eclipse gonna like open up a portal to hell and demons are gonna start coming out of it and shit like that.
I think it's also mainly because you know how like there's a lot of coincidences that the Simpsons does when it comes to how like things and events unfold.
Yeah.
Like people use the Simpsons to tell the future. So there was an episode of the Simpsons. The eclipse happened, and then Marge was looking at the eclipse without the glasses on. And then she like saw a vision of events that were going to unfold and happen. Which, looking at it, it's like I mean, eclipses obviously they're not common occurrences. They happen pretty much like every 7 years by this point, if possible. I think it's probably just that random. I think it's because the last time an eclipse happened was 70s.
Yeah, me and you were little babies in elementary school.
Little fucking shirt chewers.
Little fucking retards in elementary school.
Yeah, crayon eaters, corn snorters.
What did you say?
Crayon eaters and corn snorters.
Oh.
Chalk sniffers. Paste eaters.
God, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, like I said, Moist Critical was covering like a whole giant controversy that happened. Well, not why am I saying controversy? Hold on. A whole event, like a big fucking thing that
Conspiracy
happened.
is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, there we go. He was talking about conspiracy stuff that happened to the point where somebody did something really bad because of the conspiracy.
What
Here's what happened.
did like sacrifice their first child or something?
Well, it's not far off.
Oh my god,
Here's
really?
what happened. Here's what happened. Yeah, here's what happened. So there was this woman. Okay, there was this woman who was a social media influencer, and mainly she influenced a lot of stuff like through astrology. She
Of
was
course, it
like a
was a
really big
woman.
astrology person on social media. Yeah, of course it was a woman. Women, am I right?
Okay.
Since coffee.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, but this situation is like fucking dark, honestly. So here's what happened. There's this woman who was like talking about a lot of things that was going to happen leading up to the events of the solar eclipse. It was like she was like doing all this conspiracy shit, saying like you will be judged and all that kind of stuff, talking about all this kind of stuff. And then I think like a week, maybe to like a few days before the solar eclipse happened, she was in her car, driving with her husband and her two kids. And then she had a fucking manic episode, and she killed her husband and her newborn infant.
Holy shit! Double homicide.
So here's the whole description of what was going on. So from an outsider view, here's what people saw. They were driving on the highway, and then for some reason, someone's car door opened and two children were. The car starts speeding. These children are in the middle of the road. There's a 9-year-old girl with an 8-month-old infant. Well, so
That's
not like
crazy. They
really
were
newborn.
thrown out of the car.
Yeah, but there's a reason why it was, so I'll get to that. So they were thrown out of the car, and then the 9-year-old dropped. The 9-year-old was holding on to the infant for dear life, and she from the impact of being thrown into the road, she dropped the baby, and then
Oh.
the baby. And then the worst part is that the girl was trying to save the baby, but she was about to be hit by a car, so the fear of her own life, she jumped out of the way to the side of the highway where she was safe, and the infant would sadly be crushed to death by her.
That's. Oh my god. Ugh.
Yes,
Oh my.
and
That's fucked up. Jesus Christ.
then later the car was found. The car was found crashed. Well, not crashed, I don't think, because well, I'm not sure. I can't remember whether. No, wait, no. This car was found later, and then the husband was found dead with multiple stab wounds, and then the mom got away with the car, and then the car was crashed into a tree because she actually also killed herself.
Oh my god. All this over some fucking
And the reason,
eclipse conspiracy shit? Oh my Jesus.
yep, and the whole reason why the children were thrown out of the car is because the dad was being stabbed in that situation, and he was trying to protect his kids. So
Jesus Christ.
he tried to protect them by getting them out of the situation, although there wasn't anything really he could. So he had to just kind of put them in the car, even though they were in a busy street area, and the infant eventually died, and so did both parents. Although the 9-year-old girl did live, although from what I can see, it's been a very traumatic experience for this young girl. And
Well,
honestly,
yeah, Jesus.
yeah, because
Yeah.
thinking about all this, Moist Critical actually made a good point about it. It's the fact that there's these people who are on the internet that can really lean into these kinds of things, and they end up like manipulating people and turning people into these crazy fucks, and then they may end up making like terrible decisions. And the people who escalated these decisions don't even care or acknowledge what they did.
It's fucking it's like it's stupid people following even stupider but psychotic people. It's like they'll believe it just cuz it's on the internet type deal. And
That's the thing. Because,
not only
yeah.
that, along with like how do I say this without insulting a whole religion? Um a lot of Christians are very psychotic in the ways they follow their religion. And I'm not saying all are. I'm
Catholics,
not saying all are.
Catholics.
Catholic, Christians, evangelicals, a lot of them, just in general. I'm not saying all of them are. Some of them are pretty chill. I know a couple of Christians who they're pretty chill. They're
Now I'm
pretty
gonna
cool
go and say
people.
this. My family. I'm gonna go and say this. My family, Christians, is lovely people. I love
Yeah,
them
of
so much,
course.
and even people around me, Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, they're very great people.
Yeah, of
They're very
course,
content people.
of course. I'm not saying all of them are, but
And of
a
course,
very what's the word? Um, Substantial part are very psychotic in the way they follow their and preach their religion. Like for God's sakes,
yeah,
like there have been examples of people like so many examples of people killing their own children and shit because Jesus told them to do it, or like
I
shit
think
like
that's
stuff like that. And it's like that's not that like and like that's an example of schizophrenia, like severe mental illness. But since because they said Jesus did it, it's like oh it's but since like apparently Jesus did it, it's like oh their delusions are supported by the fact that other people believe in it. Like
I think it's also more or less due to the fact because there's a massive manipulation due to the religion,
yeah.
mainly the construction of Catholicism, specifically Catholics during the 1500s, where there was a lot of influence due to the church itself rather than the base religion that it was built upon in Israel. So instead of the word of God, they were listening to the word of like
The priests and
a priest,
yeah.
just a man. So that kind of influence kind of just really turned a beautiful religion. Yes, but the religion itself today is still very great. Although I think it's also because it's not just religion that really kind of turned the whole conspiracy on its head.
It's
Because
a
there are also just
it's
lots of
a
people.
big part of it though. Can't
It
deny
is
it. It's a
big.
big part. You can't deny it's a big
I
part of
won't
it.
deny that. I won't deny that because it's a big factor. On top of that, it's also because although I think people really lean into a certain thing too much, and I'm just going to say this: The Simpsons. They don't predict the future. It's a coincidence. Because lots of people looked at that one episode of The Simpsons and they were like, oh my God, that's going to happen. So they cracked their knuckles, licked the Cheeto dust off their fingers, and started typing.
Sorry,
It's.
my mom's talking. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
All right, I'm back. I had to go check something real quick. Joe Biden, I'm back.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I just had to go check on something real quick, but I'm good now.
Now, I'm also going to say, now, when it comes to, like I said, conspiracies, lots of people do align a lot of certain events with The Simpsons. Now, to be fair, The Simpsons has predicted a lot of events. Kobe's death, the election of Trump for president, and recently, the collapse of the Baltimore Bridge. That was
Yeah.
a big thing that happened, and yes, the Simpsons, the Simpsons did make an episode. Although I'm not gonna go ahead and just, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Like it's a massive coincidence and a massive conspiracy that people are being so incredibly paranoid in the idea that the Simpsons can tell the future, and
Yeah.
that's a massive thing that people are relying on. It's kind of like, all right, what's going to happen next? Lots of people do it for a joke, but then there are like lots of people who genuinely do it. They're like, okay, what's going to happen next? Oh, this is going to be what happens in the future. It's like a lot of shit. A lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. A lot of those events did happen in real life, and then they happened in the cartoon before they happened in life. But doesn't mean it's true. And on top of that, conspiracy theories in general, they lead people into a downward spiral to the point where they can't even function regularly in society. Like this woman who murdered her child. her husband, and then just killed herself, leaving her one child back alone to just like kind of realize what situation she's in. Just completely fucked up thing that happened to this little girl, and she's only 9 years old.
Yeah. It's
It's
super fucking messed up.
yeah, it's just conspiracies can lead from many different. It's a downward spiral,
Yeah.
and that's why I said that. And I'm gonna say it again. One of the main reasons why I don't use social media a lot, and one
Well,
of the another main
you're
reason
not dumb enough to fall for most of it, though. To be fair,
I'm not dumb enough to fall for it.
to be fair, you are a pretty smart fucking dude. You're pretty smart, dude.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
All right.
Anyways, you're probably gonna hear a lot of background noise
Yeah, it's cool.
from
I'm actually not
the moment.
hearing. I'm actually not hearing any of it. You've been pretty good. The sound's been pretty good actually.
Anyways, yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, to be fair, I'm not so dumb to fall for that. I mean, to be fair, I've been very gullible in the past before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone has at one point.
Well, yeah, to be fair, I mean, that's also another main reason why I've stayed away from social media because once I started really getting into it, I was really stupid about it.
Yeah,
Another
if
reason why I stay away from it
something
a
like
lot.
that, something like that happens. Yeah, I don't blame you.
But also on top of that, it's just because you see a lot of this stuff and you realize these people are just fucking crazy. It's just going insane over some things that aren't even going to happen.
It honestly it just shows like an example on how dangerous just straight blind faith can be.
Yeah,
Of like
it,
not questioning
yeah.
anything, just of like just following anything no matter what.
Yes,
It
and
just
also
shows how dangerous it can
it's
be.
like yeah. I'll also give another example of something that was kind of built upon before like social media was invented. Cults.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
And I'll go ahead and say this. I'll say this. You know H.P. Lovecraft, right? The creator of Cthulhu and all that.
Yeah, of course. You talk about it every other day. No, I'm fucking with you.
Yes.
I know what it is,
Now,
yeah.
well, yeah. Well, my favorite author in the entire world. I love H.P. Lovecraft. He was one of the. He was the greatest author. Like one of the greatest authors ever to write books, and I love him a lot. Although, of course, although of course, within his stories, there were like characters that were being constructed in a certain way that was like this. He didn't focus on human characters, although they were important in the background, like the gods in the stories, like Cthulhu, Nyarlathotep, names like Dagon or fucking Azathoth. All these beings, their cults built around them that praised them. Mainly, of course, none of these beings exist. I'm going to say this to you right now. All fake. They look really cool, though. I have one of them as my phone backup. They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
But none of them exist. Although, of course, within fiction, there will become reality. Lots of real world cults were built around the ideas of Cthulhu and such.
Yeah.
And it was. It's. To be frank, it's mostly just a bunch of guys on the internet like, I Cthulhu 510.
You know what
Wiping the Cheeto dust.
something that I kind of think I honestly think that some religions were literally just made off some dudes stripping balls on stuff. Like I honestly think that's what some religions were made from. People would, like they just like ate like the wrong plant. They were just tripping balls, seeing shit. They thought, oh, this must be creator, and like just wrote a whole religion off it.
Possibly, I mean, of course, there's like mythologies and such, like Greek and Norse mythology, of course. Although there are religions built around them, like paganism and like oh my god. Oh, I threw open my mouth.
Oh, I don't need to know that. Oh.
Yes. That's what
Yeah,
acid reflux does.
the Greeks and Romans were definitely smoking that good kush when thinking of their gods, but still.
Oh, I mean, while they were doing certain activities,
Yeah.
Greece and the Romans
Eating
were
ass and
very
smoking
strange
kush, the
people.
dream life.
Okay. For a second, I thought you said we were in Athens smoking Kush, but I
Hey,
mean, it
that
lines
too.
up. It lines up. Because
Eating
I
ass
mean,
and
hey,
smoking kush and getting drunk as balls.
let's not forget about Julius Caesar.
God.
Me and the boys cutting Caesar. Me and the boys cutting Caesar. 52 times.
Oh God. Jesus.
I'm sure people will understand that joke. But anyways, like I said, yeah, real world cults that were built off of just a fictional story behind H.P. Lovecraft's mind. Although, of course, interesting enough, H.P. Lovecraft was an atheist.
He
He didn't believe in.
wasn't he his he wasn't. I didn't. Are you sure he was? I remember him. I've seen some stuff about him not being atheist, but being something else. But no, you're the you know more
Well,
than me. So
that's the thing because yes, he wasn't. He built a foundation upon his own belief, and he was a cosmicist. What that is, cosmicism was a philosophical belief in the idea that human beings have no sort of significance in the universe at large. We are merely a speck on the back door of the ever expansion of the universe and the observation of it at large.
yeah, we had a whole episode on that actually.
Yep, we did. I think it was one. I think it was like
Episode
the
two.
first
I think it
episode.
was two.
Yeah, like the number two.
The first episode was
Because
just me and you in it. Yeah.
yeah, because that was yeah, like I said, H.P. Lovecraft. He was a big philosopher. His whole belief built behind cosmicism, and he used the idea of omnipotent beings for the sake of telling a story, and the ideas of creating something horrific. Because he created a whole genre, cosmic horror. But some people took it to an extreme level with conspiracy theories and the ideas that these creatures exist. And some people thought Cthulhu was actually a mythological creature, that there was a whole mythology built around it.
Hmm.
There is, there is, there isn't, because lots of lots of people thought Cthulhu was some sort of mythological creature because there's a book that was there's a whole catalog of stories called the Cthulhu mythos. That was a term coined by his colleagues because after Lovecraft died, his colleagues sought to preserve his work, and then they kind of titled it all of his stuff called the Cthulhu mythos, mainly because the Call of Cthulhu was his most popular creation. So that's why they call it. So lots of people thought, mythology, and that's why real world cults were built around it because lots of people didn't really actually know the origins. Shit,
People are
lots of
very
people
gullible.
know its origins. Yes, people see. I feel as if people see that to just kind of fit in a group. They see a group and they're like, I want to be a part of it because it's.
The
I feel like
KKK
I
were just people
belong.
looking for a place to fit in.
I I heard those parties are
Speaking of the
crazy.
KKK, I'm pretty sure H.P. Lovecraft was severely racist at one
Oh
point,
yeah.
and he
Yep.
apparently he was
Mm-hmm.
apparently he said some shit that was so bad that the KKK didn't want anything to do with him. Like they said
Well, here.
they said that they said that he was making them look worse or some shit.
Yeah, that's what it. No, here. Yeah, here's what happened. So H.P. Lovecraft, math is racist. It was very true. He was incredibly racist and xenophobic, and it showed in his stories. The things he wrote, they were not for the faint of
Not
heart.
good.
They were horribly
Not good.
racist.
Not okay.
But that was the human perspective rather than the cosmic horror portion. But it's still very bad.
He
Like
just
trust
dropped
me,
a
he
couple
wrote
N
some
words here and there.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the name of this cat.
I forgot about that.
Now, I'm just going to go and say this. For anyone who's still watching, just go ahead and look up the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
Oh my god,
You'll
what?
enjoy it.
Bro, we're an hour 45 in.
All right, I think I can still give a little bit of commentary. So anyways, so there was a certain point where his stories were getting incredibly racist in public papers that the KKK completely spoke out and said to him, "You got to tone it down, bro. You're making us look."
If the KKK is telling you to tone down the racism, that's how you know you're fucked.
That's the thing. He was extremely racist to the point where the KKK was like, "Okay, listen, dude."
Okay, calm down, buddy. Like, Jesus Christ.
And that's the funny thing. That's a real thing that happened, and that is actually very funny to really know about that, considering the fact that that was a real thing, because I actually didn't know it until actually Terrence brought it up to me. He's the one who actually brought it up to me, and I didn't know that. I'm like, wait, really? That was a thing? I'm like, damn. I learned more about Lovecraft. That's neat.
That's neat.
Because seriously, the idea that he was more racist than the biggest racists in the entire world.
Bro,
That
it's
shows you
like
how
the top of
fucking
the leaderboard.
racist. Just insert me here. POV scoreboard.
He was at the top of the racism ranked leaderboards.
You gotta get him. You gotta get him in the lobby.
He had a gold camo on all of his weapons.
He's got fucking gold camo, and he's incredible.
He had a gold
fit
camo
in
on all of
perfect.
his pencils and pens.
And all
He wrote the
all
N-word
his-
1,000 times in a row and got a golden pen.
Oh god, man, this is a good episode. This is good.
I say we've been recording for an hour 47. I'd say it's time to call it here. Well, I'll do the intro. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We dove into some pretty interesting topics this time, actually. Honestly, I think it was pretty good. Let me know what you guys think below, and if you want to see more content like this. Yeah. See y'all in the next one.
And of course, hold on. Don't forget to use code SlapDash at WGG for 10% off at checkout.
I'm probably gonna throw in a promotion somewhere in the beginning because we didn't say that the whole time, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, use code SlapDash at W.GG for 10% off any purchase. We will see you all in the next one.